make their point. It's called Straight Edge. It's named for a 1983 song that promotes drug-free living. Doug McElway has the story of what's becoming a growing nationwide movement among young people.
Those people who do drugs think they're real cool, and it's not even cool at all.
You don't even drink? And I was like, no, I don't even drink.
It's all about keeping your body clean and not bowing down to the corporate influences that run the chemically induced youth into the ground.
It's centered around a style of music called punk or hardcore. That's what draws the young people who call themselves straight edge. They swear off drugs, alcohol, and promiscuous sex for life. Unofficial estimates of the largely underground movement say thousands of teens nationwide call themselves straight edge. We talked to some local straight-edged kids.
It is a little bit of a rebellion. It's basically like a rebellion, like against like all society. I mean, like society is like saying, you know, like go drink and do this and smoke, and like all our friends are saying, why don't you drink and everything? And we're saying, no, we're not going to drink, and we're not going to like help like support like all these huge companies and everything.
The movement came out of the punk rock scene of the 1980s. For concerts, some clubs would mark an X on the hands of underage people so they would know not to serve them alcohol. Well, that X or triple X symbol has now stuck with the movement as being indicative of alcohol and drug-free. Now some kids go so far as to have it tattooed across their bodies.
You see us maybe have tattoos or have piercings, but these things, yes, are rebelling in society, but we're saying this is a positive way of rebelling. We're not drinking, we're not doing the drugs, because by not doing these things, we're leaving our heads clear to affect social change.
Like hippies of the 60s, being socially and sometimes politically active is common. But straight edgers don't like being associated with hippies who many say grew up and sold out.
I think this is something that's more sticks with you. That's something that isn't going to render some negative effect on you in later life.
Straight edgers often gather at shows like this one. Admission to see 5 bands was $6, with profits going to the social cause of the month. Most of the bands reject big business influence by producing their own music.
The difference between hardcore and straight edge kids is they actually put their money where their mouth is. These kids go out, they do community service, we do cleanups, they volunteer with kids, they do environmental education in public elementary schools.
I was born not to do drugs. I was born to keep my body clean and fight with my mind. I was born straight edge.
Doug McElway, News 4.
Strict vegetarian diets are also common among straight-edge kids. Some parents we talked to said they didn't approve of their children's straight-edge lifestyles at first, but now they say they've learned to trust their kids more.